Could a U.S. Marine also be a Somali warrior? This isn't a hypothetical query, but the extraordinary reality of Hussein Farah Aidid. In 1991, as Somalia stood on the precipice of anarchy, Aidid, a figure of controversy and charisma, emerged. His journey, however, takes an unexpected path, from the disciplined ranks of the U.S. Marine Corps to the heart of Somali tumult. Imagine the scene. Somalia in 1991, a nation on the brink. The air is tense, a land teetering on the edge of upheaval. Mohammed Farah Aidid emerges as a pivotal figure in this volatile mix. Not just any player on the political stage, Aidid is a formidable warlord, his ambition set on dethroning the then communist ruler, Mohammed Siad Barre. Aidid's success marks a pivotal turn, but not towards peace. Instead, Somalia plunges into deeper turmoil. The power vacuum left by Barre's fall sees former military leaders transforming into warlords, each fiercely competing for dominance in this new, chaotic era. Amid this turmoil rises the United Somali Congress, spearheaded by Aidid. From the turmoil, it emerges as a formidable entity, shaping the nation's future course. Turning the lens to Aidid's personal life, we find a man with a large family. His first wife gifts him with 5 children, the oldest being Hussein Farah Aidid, born in the secluded town of Galo. At the age of 17, Hussein, fueled by aspirations and dreams, decides to embark on a journey to the United States, taking his mother and 5 siblings with him. This move coincides with a period of relative friendship between Somalia and the U.S., mainly due to the political landscape shaped by Siad Barre. Fast forward a few years, and Hussein, now in America, is far from just another face in the crowd. He makes a bold choice, enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. However, he takes an unorthodox path, bypassing regular active duty to serve in the reserves instead. Stationed under the warm Californian sun, Hussein balances the rigors of military life with academic pursuits. He dives into civil engineering studies, driven by ambition, though the finish line of graduation remains just out of his reach. Meanwhile, back in Somalia, the nation is in disarray, grappling with a devastating famine. The United Nations intervenes, attempting to quell the crisis, but their efforts seem as effective as trying to extinguish a raging inferno with mere water droplets. Amid this chaos, Aidid's faction becomes a formidable obstacle, disrupting humanitarian efforts and confronting UN peacekeepers. By mid-1993, Aidid had become the most wanted man, not just in Somalia but also in the eyes of the United States and the United Nations. In a bold and daring move, Aidid's militia ambushes and kills 24 Pakistani UN peacekeepers. This act of aggression pushes the UN to its limits, leading them to place a substantial $25,000 bounty on Aidid's head. This escalation of events prompted U.S. President George H.W. Bush to initiate Operation Restore Hope, a mission aimed at disarming the militias and delivering much-needed food supplies to the famine-stricken population. Now the plot thickens. After serving in Iraq during Operation Desert Storm, Hussein is selected for a crucial 4-month mission back in his homeland, Somalia. His unique qualification? He's the only U.S. Marine fluent in Somali. More than just a linguist, Hussein becomes a vital link connecting the American forces with an unexpected counterpart, his father, Aidid's militia. This connection is significant. You might recall Aidid's militia as the same group that clashed with American special forces in the notorious Battle of Mogadishu, also known in popular culture as Black Hawk Down. During 3 harrowing weeks, Hussein is at the heart of this turbulent nexus, mediating between 2 starkly contrasting worlds. In an almost unimaginable position, Hussein becomes the pivotal figure in this unfolding drama, The son of a renowned warlord, he skillfully navigates the complexities of this role. On one side, he embodies the disciplined ethos of the U.S. Marines. On the other, he confronts the volatile and unpredictable realm of Somali warlords. It's a life of striking contrasts, where each decision holds immense weight. Remember, Hussein is not your average Marine. He's an artillery expert with a rare talent for languages, a combination that makes him especially valuable in this high-stress environment. His intelligence and strength become key assets in tense negotiations. But as the story intensifies, so does the situation in Somalia. The patience of the US and UN is wearing thin, and their strategy shifts dramatically. They're no longer solely focused on distributing aid. They're now actively pursuing Aidid, Hussein's father. Operation Restore. Hope takes a more assertive turn. The United States sends in its most elite units, the revered Delta Force and the Navy SEALs. These forces are the crème de la crème, specially trained for the most challenging missions. Their new adversary, Aidid's militia, is right in the urban heart of Mogadishu. Amidst this mounting tension, where does Hussein stand? He's in the midst of it all, serving as a crucial intermediary. His role involves translating, mediating, and striving to forge peace in an increasingly volatile scenario. It's a daunting task, akin to trying to tame an unstoppable force with limited means. The crisis escalates into the Battle of Mogadishu, a fierce and devastating conflict. It resulted in the tragic loss of 18 American soldiers and countless Somalis. This battle marks a sad moment in the annals of U.S. military involvement, highlighting the intricate challenges of foreign intervention. Amidst this turmoil, Hussein's resolve stands unshaken. Despite the overwhelming tragedy and chaos, he remains steadfast in his post. His continued service as an interpreter during these dire times speaks volumes of his resilience, unwavering commitment to his fellow Marines, and a complex loyalty to his birth country. However, this moment is not the conclusion of Hussein's extraordinary saga. It is far from it. As the echoes of conflict in Mogadishu begin to fade, Hussein finds himself at a crossroads. His next decisions will redefine his destiny and draw him further into the intricate and turbulent arena of Somali politics and warfare. Hussein finds himself back on American soil as the situation with his father, now self-styled as General Aidid, deteriorates significantly. The Marines, recognizing the complexity of his position, sent him back to the United States. It's 1995, and Hussein transitions from the disciplined life of a Marine to a civilian role, taking a job at an engineering firm in West Covina, California. Earning $9 an hour and juggling part-time studies, he seems to have settled into an ordinary life, a stark contrast to his recent past. But a dramatic twist unfolds, just when it appears that Hussein's life is turning towards normalcy. His father, having proclaimed himself the president of Somalia, a claim met with skepticism internationally, reaches out for a reunion. This isn't just a family gathering, it's a call to join the ranks of a militia, to step into a role far removed from his life in California. Answering the call of his homeland, Hussein boards a flight, returning to the very roots he once left behind. In Somalia, he quickly transitions from civilian life to military leadership. His father's militia has seized Bor, a significant city in southwestern Somalia, and Hussein is suddenly at the forefront of this new chapter. He's actively involved, leading troops, and immersing himself in the complexities of militia life. Following his father's passing, Hussein's journey took a pivotal turn. He stepped into a leadership role within the Somali National Alliance, SNA, the very organization his father had led. The SNA, recognizing his potential, declared him the new president. However, this title wasn't recognized internationally, reflecting the complex dynamics of Somali politics. This period was marked by his efforts to navigate the challenging waters of leadership amid Somalia's turbulent political landscape. In December 1997, Demonstrating a commitment to peace and stability in Somalia, Hussein made a significant move. He signed the Cairo Declaration, relinquishing his claim to the presidency. This action was a critical step towards reconciliation in Somalia, indicating his willingness to prioritize the nation's peace over personal power. Hussein's commitment to Somalia extended beyond power struggles. He was actively engaged in peace and reconciliation efforts. A pivotal moment came in March 1998, illustrating his dedication to ending years of conflict. In a historic move, Hussein joined with Ali Mahdi Mohammed, a former rival warlord, to forge a path of peace. Together, they signed a peace treaty that was more than just a document. It symbolized hope for a war-torn nation. This treaty marked an agreement to share power over the capital, Mogadishu, and ended 7 years of relentless fighting after the fall of dictator Siad Barre. Hussein's political journey in Somalia didn't stop with peace treaties. In the early 2000s, he assumed crucial roles within Somalia's Transitional Federal Government, TFG, marking a new chapter in his career. As a key figure in Somali politics, he was entrusted with high-level responsibilities, including serving as the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of the Interior. These positions were not just titles, but platforms for Hussein to actively contribute to the nation's rebuilding and stabilization efforts. Hussein's influence extended to various governance and internal security aspects in these roles, showcasing his versatility and dedication to national development. Notable engagements and commendations marked Hussein's journey in the Marine Corps. His service spanned from 1987 to 1995 and was characterized by significant military operations. During this time, he was actively involved in Operation Desert Storm and Operation Restore Hope. These two major military campaigns underscored the global role of the U.S. Marines during this era. Hussein was honored with the Marine Corps Expeditionary Medal and the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal for his exemplary service. These awards are not mere decorations. They represent recognition of a Marine's active participation in landing operations and campaigns of the United States, reflecting Hussein's active and crucial role in these significant military events. Hussein proves adept in this role, taking command of military operations around Bor with a focus and determination that surprise many. He confronts and challenges the rebels opposing them, demonstrating his military prowess. However, in an unexpected turn of events, his father, Adid, is wounded in a clash and succumbs to his injuries a month later, following complications from surgery. Contrary to expectations, Adid's death doesn't plunge his empire into disarray. Instead, it sets the stage for Hussein's astonishing ascent. The clan elders and political figures, amid the uncertainty, turn to Hussein. At the age of 33, he makes an extraordinary transition from a Marine corporal to becoming the interim president of Somalia. It's a monumental shift in his career and life trajectory. With his inherent charisma and cleverness, Hussein swiftly gains the trust and support of the militia despite his relatively recent entry into the complex world of Somali politics. He skillfully surfs on his father's legacy, leveraging Aidid's formidable reputation to cement his own position. However, Hussein's leadership reveals a man wrestling with internal contradictions. He oscillates between aggressive postures against his adversaries and advocating for peace, embodying a duality reflecting an internal struggle between conflicting ideals. Amidst his rise, Hussein's forces become known for some questionable actions, including instances of robbing civilians, leading to a rift with some of his allies. He's navigating uncharted waters, trying to establish his leadership style and approach. In a surprising move, Hussein began to forge connections with the United States, sharing intelligence about insurgent activities in Somalia with the Bush administration. He doesn't stop there. He agrees with Ali Mohammed, his father's erstwhile adversary, culminating in a joint administration of Mogadishu. The essence of Hussein's story is his remarkable adaptability. Like a chameleon, he seamlessly shifts roles and personas. He has transformed from a disciplined U.S. Marine to a commanding militia leader, oscillating between a peace advocate and a battle-hardened warrior. Just when it seems like his narrative is clear, Hussein introduces another twist, constantly evolving and defying expectations. However, the plot takes an unexpected turn. In a sudden shift of fortunes, Hussein was removed from his position within the Somali Transitional Federal Government. But this setback doesn't signify the end of his journey. Displaying a resilience reminiscent of a cat with 9 lives, he refuses to give up. In 2007, he boldly moved to Eritrea, setting the stage for another surprising chapter in his life. In an unexpected twist, Hussein joins forces with a political consulting firm in Miami. Yes, Miami. His ambition remains undiminished. He sets his sights on becoming the legitimate president of Somalia. Intriguingly, he seeks to reconcile with the United States, the country he once served as a Marine. This marks a remarkable full-circle moment in his journey. But Hussein's aspirations extend beyond mere power and political maneuvering. He is deeply affected by the haunting memories of October 3rd, the day Mogadishu became a war zone, resulting in the loss of both American soldiers and numerous Somalis. Driven by these memories, he envisions creating a memorial in Mogadishu to honor those who perished on that tragic day. This endeavor seems to be about more than remembrance. It's as if Hussein is seeking redemption, not just for himself, but for his nation. Here's a poignant detail. Hussein retains the dog tags of a U.S. pilot, a tangible reminder of his past. These tags symbolize more than just a memento. They represent a period that continues to shape and define him. In holding on to them, Hussein seems to grapple with a past filled with conflict, a testament to his complex journey interwoven with themes of loyalty, ambition, and a yearning for peace. Hussein's future is a tapestry of possibilities. Will he realize his vision of leading Somalia into a new chapter of prosperity and stability? The challenge of reconciling the dual aspects of his identity, the warrior and the peacemaker, remains. His relationship with the United States adds another layer to this narrative. Can Hussein truly bridge the vast divide between these two worlds, each representing a significant part of his life and identity? Thank you for watching. Your thoughts are valuable to us, so please leave a comment below with your insights. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.